if you were to offer advice
Yes.
to somebody that's maybe struggling
Yes.
with their diet and nutrition, because let's be honest, that is a big part of everything we're speaking about.
Yes.
What would be your one bit of advice to help them maybe make that decision to not stop at the drive-through?
Don't focus on what you're eating. Not initially. The first
Okay.
thing is to get your body moving.
Right.
And once you start doing that, then you start saying to yourself, what should I put in my body as fuel? Should it be diesel or should it be petrol?
We're going petrol. What's for lunch? What's for lunch?
Sounds like it's petrol for lunch. So in other words, what I'm saying, then you start being careful about what you put in. But don't let me dictate what you should put in your body.
Yeah.
That choice must be yours.
Of course.
I think all too often, right, we got all these signs and government decisions and taking off things off labels and putting things on labels. You need to take responsibility for what happens. We know when we're overdone it, when we've had too much to drink. We know how we're going to feel the next day. When you overeat at that dinner table, you know how you feel. You know your body closes down and you want to sleep. You know exactly how you feel.
It's crazy, actually, the effects. You really do feel them quite significantly, I think, when you've eaten badly. You get the sweats, you're tired, you're exhausted.
You slow down.
Yeah, your body's like, no.
Yeah. Why is it after we've eaten, we always want to go to sleep?
Yeah.
And that's because the blood that was going up here to the brain gets diverted to your stomach to get your digestive system to break the food down so you feel sleepy.
Do you follow a particular diet
Never.
yourself?
Sensible eating. I
Good
mind you, I
petrol.
give up, yeah, absolutely right. I gave up meat 25 years ago.
Oh, no way,
So I'm
that's
strictly, I'm a pescatarian.
Oh, pesky.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Yeah.
used to kind of do a bit of that when I was snowboarding.
Yes. But don't you find that the fuel that you eat matters when you were competing?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But do you
Without
follow
a
that
doubt.
same regime now?
I'll tell you what, I didn't for a period,
Yeah.
but I am now.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
We're back in fighting action.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
talking
I tell you
about.
what, it's not just the physical, it's the mental stimulation that it gives you.
Yes, absolutely right. And I think that we slow down mentally, physically, emotionally if we don't eat the right things. And so for me, sensible eating is important, regular exercise is important. There isn't a day that goes by where I don't exercise.
Yeah,
Every day.
Yeah. I'm on that vibe as well.
You've got to do it.
I think the thing is, right, people look at exercise and sometimes make it unachievable and unaccessible. Right?
Yeah.
So it's just those tiny little nuggets of charging. It's like charging your body.
Absolutely right. But the thing is, you see, do you need a gym? No, you don't need a gym. Do you need fancy equipment? No, you don't.
You could just do something here, right?
Anything.
Look at this. This is the gym.
This is the gym.
Think, you could climb this.
You could. You could.
20 times.
And your heart rate will be over the moon. Or you can just sit against this, right? Make sure that your knees are there and squat back here. And you can, hey, listen, and you can lean back, or you can just stay here like this. Now, the thighs are contracting. They're burning. Yeah, that's really good. Now, if you squeeze your inner thigh together just a little bit, you can really feel it transferring to the glutes.
You're burning me, Motivator.
Right, and then if you bring the legs much closer together and lean right back and hold it there, again, you feel how it's working the quads differently. If you take one leg up, why are you stopping?
Because I've run 5 miles and a half marathon. Now, one thing I think that's incredible about the period of time we are living in now.
Yes.
One of the first things you said to me was, you did a class on TikTok this morning.
Yeah.
Now, when you started out, you said you had around 100, 120 people in the room. You're affecting them positively, but now we talk about
reach a lot
digital
more.
being sort of negative people on their phones, but that's got to be a positive for you.
It's a positive, but here's the problem. We're so used to scrolling past things. And even if we delay, you cannot be sure that those people who delay for a moment will then all of a sudden go, you know what, maybe I should start doing that regular.
Yeah.
And so I have to keep doing it over and over again, like the woodpecker, pecking away at the bark of that tree to eventually make a hole. That's what we've got to do with health, well-being, and all that stuff, is to keep pecking away, because eventually you'll break through and people will go, you know what, Motivator has a point. Maybe I should get up more regular and do something about it. Amy has a point. Maybe I should actually start taking up some of those activities that she does. I think we've all got to find what works best for us, right? And then embrace it. Right? So you don't have to do what I do. Listen, I'm into all kinds of stuff. I do stride jumps, spotty dogs, explosive stuff, all that. But then there's sessions I do which are just kind of more
Cruising.
dancing.
What sort of dancing do you do, mate?
Well, I've got this TikTok dance I want to teach you.
Okay, we'll do that, shall we?
Yeah,
we'll
do that.
We'll do that afterwards.
Yeah, we can do that afterwards.
Who
yeah.
motivates the motivator?
You know what? It's all the things I do to bring joy.
Yeah.
That's what motivates me and keeps me going. Because if I was not getting the same kind of public response, then I wouldn't keep doing it. I'll do it for myself. But because I'm getting all this response back from people, that kind of fuels me and makes me want to do more and more. And makes me want to speak to people. When I see them walking badly, let me try and give them a bit of information on how you should walk. Right? Nice. What your posture is important. When I see people sitting badly and lounging for too long, it makes me go over to them and say, listen, if you were to put a cushion in your back and sit way back in the chair, you'll be supporting your body better. Because what happens if your body is left in a bad position for a long period of time, it assumes that bad posture. And eventually what happens, then you start getting aches and pains when you shouldn't be getting them.
Boom.
Yeah.
Well said.
Oh, it's so
we
beautiful.
are on the Monday Mile podcast, so of course we do have to ask you.
Yes.
What is your relationship like with Monday, the start of the week?
I love Mondays. And you know what? More people die on a Monday morning.
No.
More people commit suicide on a Monday morning than any other day of the week. Because they've just had a weekend of relaxing and having fun. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the stress of work, the people don't like the job they're doing. No, it's not.
Should we change that stigma, that stereotype around?
We're doing it already. Look at us. I mean, just look at us. Monday morning, and we're telling you, wow.
We're vibing.
Really?
I've got my Lime trainers on for you.
How you doing, my brother? I'm good, though.
We're smiling at everyone. The vibes are high.
Yeah. Hey, always. You know how it is. Thank you.
And lastly, Mr. Motivator,
yeah.
do you have any life mottos or quotes that you can share with our listeners to help inspire them, get up, get out of bed, and change that mindset?
Okay, all right. Now, here we go.
This is going to be good.
There's loads
feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
You have only got one life.
Yeah.
And if you look after it, it's going to last your lifetime. Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. And there's loads more. I mean, we could keep going forever.
No.
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 Too much to think about.
I think those three are pretty heavy hitting and land well.
Yeah, they are. They are.